Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Time for another Marvel Contest of Champions news, and the channel now features 50% more improved pronunciation. Yay! And this is the 25th of July edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. Roll the titles! It is hump day, it is a Wednesday, and there's a lot of things to be joyful about. The fact that, well, we've only got a couple more days until the end of the week, thank God. Lots of Marvel Contest Champions related stories have broke since, you know, the comfortability time that we've experienced from the new update going live, the 19.01 update. Kabam feel a lot strongly about this and feel that we're going to get some things like Alliance Wars back, and a lot of other things have been entered and sorted out as well, but there's still more problems and issues that should be addressed, including the pronunciation of certain Marvel characters, which we'll talk about. Our first story kicks off with something that's probably, by the time this video has been released, been stopped, and that is the Tier 4 Basic Arena. If you're not familiar with this story, as soon as the Tier 4 Basic Arena went live, the final milestone, which was at 2 mil, featured 2 Tier 4 Basics. And hopefully you grinded this out in the time frame to get that 2 mil and get that extra Tier 4 Basic. Kabam noticed this and said that they understand they've put it in there, it was a mistake, but they won't look to fix it. This was a good call on Kabam's kind of side of things and good for the community as well. You know, when they put stuff like this, it is important for them to, obviously, I would have been pretty pissed off if they put it in and then took it back out again straight away. But the kind of good nature of putting it in and keeping it in was pretty darn good. Especially when you consider the fact that we've had an issue with the Glory Store in the last 7 days. And that'll be another article that we'll be talking about in a moment. But I'm happy that Kabam kept this in as a mistake, but it was a good mistake. Next up comes the announcement of the new 5-star featured crystal, going live on the 31st of July 2018. It contains Domino, Psylocke, Colossus, Archangel, Mask, Black Panther, Civil War, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Infinity War, Wasp, Spider-Man, Hulk, Loki, Juggernaut, Ghost Rider, Magic, Clover, Groot, Hela, Hyperion, Iron Man, Infinity War, Ultron, Vulture, and Iron Patriot. For some players, they'll look at this and go, hey, there's some tasty champions in here. And I do agree, there are some tasty ones, but as per usual, there's a few naff ones that are lurking around just to kind of pee you off. But there is a good chunk of decent champions that I think a lot of players would really like to get. Whether or not you see value in getting the 5-star featured, it's completely up to you. I myself have reached a stage, and as you know, if you follow the channel, it's very rare that I purchase a featured 5-star. I did once, and I think I got a guillotine from it, but it's been a while since I've decided to delve into the featured line, and I probably won't do again. It was a very rare occurrence on that live stream where I got that blade that I just don't think I'm going to do it again. But either way, it's up to you. It's your choice, your game, your grind. Totally up to you. Next up, any announcement for Season 3 of Alliance Wars has been done. This will be set for the 1st of August 2018, and is going to be a bit of a welcome thing for a lot of players that are looking to get back into season grinding. So yeah, it does fall on half term and like a lot of kind of holidays for people, so I'm a bit kind of like worried about this, but at the same time, you know, if you're looking for a season for an alliance to kind of grind out with, this could be good for certain people that don't have kind of holidays booked. But for the people that got holidays booked, they're going to be like, man, I'm on a beach, I'm spending time with the family. Do I grind out in the game? No. Put down that phone. What are you doing with that phone? I'm just gonna go down there for a while. Why? You're not spending any time with the kids? Because like Alliance Wars seasons. I don't care about your poxy game. That's how the story will go for some people like that. And if your kids, well, I like this game, I'm gonna play it. Mum, Dad, you know, get off my back. Word. Yo. Dig ya, play that game. So, I don't know. Does that happen? Probably doesn't. Our next story, and if you remember, a couple of newses ago, we discussed the problem with the Glory Store and the incorrect pricing of the Glory against certain items that you were looking to get. And there wasn't a real definitive answer from Kabam on the subject. Until now. Kabam Zibit has said that if you experienced issues last week, or wherever the dates were in conjunction with this, that you to get in contact with Kabam via a support ticket and let them know what items that you had purchased and the kind of other information that is applicable to you being shortchanged effectively. Not great. This is the state of affairs we've got. I mean, you know, it would be nice for this to be identified kind of automatically or by Kabam themselves. But if you felt that you were shortchanged by the Glory Store for your purchases, and I guess some people may not even remember that they did this. It's going to be get in contact with Kabam via the support ticket, give them your game name, explain the situation. I don't know if you have to show any evidence, but they'll be able to look back and give you an answer whether or not you are owed anything back like glory in order to kind of compensate you for that, and then you can repurchase again. Try and see if it works. A lot of people have said that this process doesn't work to get an automated answer back, but you know, you never know. Fingers crossed on this one. Next up, and let's talk about unit store problems. This, slipped my gaze, this particular post here, that was all about this issue. And I think it's all about the Google Play brothers and sisters that play the game, because they seem to be affected by purchases. So this went back on the 17th of July, so, nearly a week ago, or over a week ago by one day. But there was an issue with the unit store and on the purchases, especially one deal. This was for the Conqueror's Booster Pack, and it went out for a very limited time. But a lot of players found that they couldn't purchase it. There was errors when it was purchased. They didn't know whether or not the money had been taken out of their account, and they certainly weren't getting items as a result of purchasing this deal. It was reported fairly quickly that this was an issue and had been raised with the game team. Kabam Mike himself getting involved in the situation and liaising with Google Play on it. Some players even posting that the money was pending with regards to being taken out of their account, which is a little bit worrying. You don't want to see that. You want to either say that, like, well, what's happening with it? A transaction impending for anybody is like, but what the hell's going on? Is it out? Is it in? Is it out? Is it in? Yeah, a bit annoying. The final say on the matter is that it has been refunded. And if you have felt still now that you have not received your refund, or you have bought the stuff, that the money has gone from your account, then you've got to get in contact with Google Play about the situation. And Kabam Mike has said that it will be re-rolled again. That offer will appear again as a future offer. And if you still want to get that offer, it will be re-rolled. So you're going to see for the next 24 hours, at the point maybe this video going live, that the offer, the Conqueror's Bundle, will go out again for players if you really want to get it. So if you haven't received the refund, make sure you get in contact with Google Play and explain the situation, that you bought something that didn't turn up. And at the same time, if you want to get that offer, it will be re-rolling. Next up, and I don't know why I even bothered to kind of put this in as an article, but I felt it was good to kind of answer back to some of those comments in one specific thing, rather than me re-repeating myself about pronunciation. So people took a little bit of an issue with my pronunciation of, well, Heimdall. It depends on how you want to perceive it in your mind. I thought I was pronouncing it the correct way. Obviously, I wasn't, and a lot of people seem to be very triggered by that. So I thought I'd do a little segment on pronunciation and talk about certain things like Norse pronunciation, based on things like, well, Viking pronunciation of that, maybe Icelandic pronunciation, because I don't know who I'm addressing. People from America, internationally, maybe even people from Scandinavia who took offense, not offense, but got triggered by it. And finally, we got Heimdall.
Heimdall.
So there we go. Chris Hemsworth is saying Heimdall. We've got the other pronunciation saying Heimdall. We've got another pronunciation that's Heimdach. Different pronunciations of different things. The Icelandic is closer to the Norse pronunciation. And I don't even know why I bothered to kind of like make this an article. As I said, it's a bit of an odd topic, but I felt that it triggered some people. So apologies if it did. And yeah, I'll try and work on my pronunciation more. Right, keeping us back on track with the news, because I didn't really want to do that other story, but I felt I had to. Here we go. Right, Hog Ragnarok. Predictions for this arena. I'm going with either a 3.3 mil for this, similar to Void. Again, useful champion like Void. Do I think they could go any higher? Maybe a 3.7 to be safe, 3.7 mil. But I don't see him going that high, if I'm honest. I may even go for him, but I probably would put in about 3.5 myself. But like I said, 3.7 to feel comfortable, 3.5 maybe to be safe. But I don't see him going anything more than Void. Ant-Man, I don't think anybody really cares too much about Ant-Man, but if you want to add in a champion like this to your roster, and this is probably the reroll based on, you know, the issues of the game going down, and probably expect a gold, I call him gold pool, I was about to call him gold member. When he comes around again, that will be hopefully about 15-16 mil, and I probably will go for him. And Ant-Man himself may be the same thing, maybe at 20 mil at an absolute push. I don't think he's as valuable as a champion for people who want to go for. But if you are looking to pick up some cheeky amounts of shards, then this is a good opportunity. Ant-Man isn't too popular, but you'll probably be able to pick up a good amount of 5-star shards in both featured 4-star and as well featured 5-star arenas. And as well, expect, because Hulk Ragnarok is going to go high, that a good amount of milestones will probably set you in a good percentage based on people grinding out for Hulk Rag. Our final story, and trying to end on a laugh and a high point, is that the theory about champion inclusion. How great it would be if, because the last champion to be introduced, the new fresh champion to be introduced, was Ghost, then the first one to be entered in from August has got to be Korg, because it's piss off Ghost. Of course it's definitely got to be that. That would be great. Hopefully Command do that. The Command marketing team go, hey, well, why don't we just put we put Ghost in last time. That's kind of like the new champion we put in is Korg, not Heimdall or Hemdall. That won't be the that'll be the death of me, that I think. It's or Hendek, as you say it in Iceland, or Icelandic. And whether or not that's true, anyway, whatever. Anyway, so that would be a cool thing. So that's been Marvel Contest of Champions news for the 25th of July 2018. Appreciate everybody that supported me through this difficult Heimdall related mishap and pronunciation problem. You are total G's, absolute studs, and the best of the best. Appreciate you. And remember to catch the live stream, probably going out about the same time as this video going live, so 2200 hours, Monday to Friday. I'm there for you if you want to come and chat. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.